I knew this was going to be the case. All the rumors and tips pointed towards it. Samsung's Galaxy S26 series is about as iterative as Galaxy phones can be, even after what could arguably be seen as a couple of other iterative generations. Is that a bad thing? Well, no, it's not exactly exciting for die-hard tech fans, but what Samsung has with its trio of flagship phones is a somewhat perfected recipe for new phones that will likely appeal to people looking to upgrade from an S24 or S23 or maybe older. However, there are still some new extra ingredients that mean the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra sports a unique feature and a suite of upgrades that make it likely to be one of the most refined flagship phones of the year, and a surefire contender for a high spot on our best phones list. At first glance, you will probably struggle to see much of a difference between the Galaxy S26 Ultra and the Galaxy S25 Ultra. The design is pretty much the same as before, but Samsung has made the edge a little rounder, which makes the slab-like phone sit a bit more comfortably in my hand. It is also a little slimmer than the S25 Ultra, which is appreciated but not exactly noticeable, and that comes as a result of the phone being around half a millimeter taller and wider. While I didn't have my S25 Ultra on my hand for a direct comparison, I'm still sporting my slightly battered iPhone 17. I did think the S26 Ultra just feels that bit more refined, threading the line between comfortable, rounded edges and avoiding the large phone from feeling slippery. Samsung makes good phones, and with the Galaxy S series it makes great phones. I don't think that has changed with the Galaxy S26 Ultra or its stablemates. It might be the most iterative generation of Galaxy S phones I can think of, but with the Galaxy S26 Ultra, Samsung has taken its best phone and made it just that little bit better. More time and in-depth testing will see if my first impressions are on the money, but in many ways it's hard for Samsung to fail at this point. Better AI integration, camera performance tweaks, more power, and that new privacy display make the Galaxy S26 Ultra a true contender for phone of the year. I don't think you need to get a pre-order in if you have a Galaxy S25 Ultra or indeed a OnePlus 15 or Pixel 10 Pro, but if you are at the end of a carrier contract and I have a Galaxy S24 Ultra or are looking to upgrade from a Galaxy S23 Ultra, then the Galaxy S26 Ultra is shaping up to be a phone well worth your consideration. Ultimately, I was left somewhat bored by the Galaxy S26 Ultra as a vehicle for phone innovation, even with a privacy screen that's ripe for copying, but I do have to tip my metaphorical hat to it as being a refined take on an already excellent smartphone formula.